All right, looks like we just went live. Welcome, Mystic Manifesting family. Nick with Mystic Manifesting here, and trying to get a good angle. Gotta look buff because I just seen Elmer posting up looking jacked and beefy. I learned that the cigars became a really good timekeeper. Just takes about an hour and a half to do one, so perfect about for the live. And good days when we do two, we got a nice long live. But trying to kill two birds with one stone. So right now I'm trying to put together the merch on the shop, and let me see. So if you guys come in, you got some questions, we'll start now, and I'll just start briefing it and fill everyone else in as we go along, because let's see. Yeah, then I'll start working on this if it goes dead for a bit. But I wanted to wish you guys a happy weekend. Know that you got this. I know it's a holiday for some people, and it's going to be a tough weekend. If you don't have your SP or you don't have a certain circumstance you want, it could be a tough weekend. But we're going to push through it and have the best weekends that we can. So I thought I'd come on here and give a pep talk because I'll be busy tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday morning with all this house touring and stuff like that. And then I'm been working on some money manifestations to, or it's not necessarily money needed, but I'm manifesting a bigger house than I could afford at the moment. So it doesn't necessarily require more money, it just requires the house. It just reminds me of the story about Neville and his brother, when his brother got the, what do you call it? When his brother got the business that he couldn't afford. Oh, let's see. Hey Aurora, how you doing? Congrats on your recent move. Thank you so much. I'm happy to hear from you, and happy Easter to you as well. We actually have 4 success stories besides my crazy week that I had. There was 4 people had success. 2 of them were from when the channel first started. So I would like to talk about those stories in this upcoming week. Like I said, we're gonna hit the ground running on Monday when I return. And right now, I'm just trying to put right now I'm doing the Mystic merch, and it's also got my other stuff as well. There's this one thing I should have the guy like. I want to do a gratitude notebook with our logo on it, but I just don't know how it's gonna look. Let's see. Product templates. That's what we need. Yeah, some of the stuff is from my other thing, and then I also have the regular Mystic shirts. I have to ignore my 3D and elevate myself, but I'll be all right. That's good to hear, and I know you will be all right. You've been pushing. You've been a positive force in the world and on this channel since the very beginning. I have to use my manifesting powers. Silence. Didn't work. But we don't get discouraged. So I'm trying to do. I think Aurora is the only one here right now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to design a merch for the channel, and I guess I thought maybe mugs would be nice, and it would be nice to do mugs, t-shirts obviously, and baseball caps. So maybe a unisex shirt and then all that. Or can I do this? See, it's more user friendly, I guess. It's more user friendly with the computer versus doing it off my phone. I think it looks better on this side, because when you're drinking from the mug, you're gonna want to put this over here. I'm trying to do 2 birds with 1 stone right now. So, okay, so you could add stuff to it and everything. Cool. So this would be a little bit easier to do. Now I just need to know how to save it. Okay, so that's how you do that. I'm like learning, so sometimes I'm editing videos on here, sometimes we're talking manifesting, sometimes just hanging out, but I figured, I mean, it's impromptu, this was not planned, so I figure it's not going to be as many people coming to see. Oh wait, now you just continue. I don't know what's better, 11 ounces or 15 ounces for coffee. We'll just do 11. Uh-oh, an update from Kim Velez's channel. I'm still subscribed to all that stuff from when I was manifesting myself. Okay, save product template. Okay, that's what the one I wanted to work on. I want to do this notebook, so it's a manifesting notebook. So, design. How do I switch it? Okay, take this one off, take that one off. What the hell? Let's see, I don't know if I'm missing any comments here. Oh, I was missing comments. Okay, cool, so you like that idea. Great. Then we will do... Okay, if I could change the background of this notebook thing, it should be perfect. Background fill. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. That's just what we need. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. I'm happy with that. Wait, can I go back? I want to see the preview to this. Yeah, we don't need a backside to it. No, that's really nice. I'm gonna order myself one of these actually. So I think oh wait, so that's the old design. We don't need that one no more. Let's see if I miss anything here. Cool. We'll delete that one. And I think it's probably better if we stitch the hat, right? Or is it better to be printed? Can I see the markup? I like the part of the story where Lily's like, what's the address? And then showed up and your mom did too, and your mom's reaction. Yeah, it honestly threw me off when all that happened, because I was like, oh, there's no way, like I really didn't know what was gonna happen. And when it all unfolded, it unfolded naturally and beautifully, and I was very happy. So it wound up actually, I think, becoming something good for the channel. And I was visualizing the whole time, all right, I'll tell the channel about this. Even right now, it's like, is SP fully conformed? Is Lily right where I want her to be? Like, as loving and affectionate as I want? No, not really, but I don't see her that way. I see in the 3D and it's like, okay, that sucks. And then I go in my mind and I change it. Like, we just booked a trip together. It'll be my last vacation for a while. It'll be in a couple weeks. Then I gotta hold back a bit because of buying a house. And until I can make some more cash, then the trips will have to take a little brief break. But I did find out one nice big one, and that's honestly, like I said, it's going to be. That will be. Oh, it says embroidery. Yeah, I guess that will be fine. But that's going to be my next manifestation story I want to talk about. And I want to see what the store looks like too. What else should we make? Well, I would like on the back of the shirt to say "You can't fuck this up." That'd be nice. But I don't know why they don't have little wristbands. Like, wristbands are what I want for this channel so that people could say I can't fuck this up and have it on them at all times. There has to be. I mean, you can make shoes, I guess. But those are $45. So you'd always be walking. Say walk in faith with the shoes or something. Oh no, cancel that. Accessories. Patches, bags, tote bags, duffel bag, drawer string, blah, blah, blah. Footwear, flip-flop shoes, like that. Oh, phone case. That's something we all carry with us. Sometimes we'll take a wristband off. This is perfect. Let's see, am I missing anything? Yeah, I don't know why they don't have the wristband on here, but walk in faith. Hold on, I'm gonna switch out the laundry real quick, just because I want to wear this one shirt out today. So I'll be right back. Someone call me if the house goes on fire. All right, perfect. So now that's done. That would be great. Welcome. Yeah. So I don't know what people actually want to spend on merch though. So that's like, I know I wouldn't want to spend too much. The only problem with the phone cases is there's so many different ones. Oh, so you could choose. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that's all we need. Apply. We'll make it smaller. And design. And I want to add text. Let's see, am I missing anything? If you're just tuning in, we're making the merch for the channel. Perfect. This one kind of matches. Let's see, can I change the color? Okay, cool. Go back. Change the color of this. Oh, I had to redo it. All right, we're still getting more people. Oh, hi guys. Anyone else see the new Be Something Wonderful video from yesterday? It was really powerful success story about ignoring the past. I think you would like it. I usually listen to Tom every day, but actually I haven't listened to him in a couple of days, so I'll have to check that out on my ride to work. Good morning, Eric. Happy Friday. How you doing today? And same to you, Veronica. Welcome in, guys. We're designing the merch for the channel because I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm doing my laundry, doing this, because I probably won't be back here for a couple of days because I want to do Easter over by SP's house. And I've been house hunting if you're just tuning in. And it's been very busy, but we're going to hit the ground running Monday. Love the new video. Love the intention to get everything after Easter. I'm glad you like it, George. Yeah, I planned it Monday we're going to hit the ground running. I'm coming up with a plan for all the people that have requested the group coaching. Some of them even commented in the last video or reached out to me. So I'm going to try and organize it, see who's in, come up with a price for it, come up with how long it's going to be, come up with the whole, everything that's going to happen with that one. And then still have to set aside time for individual sessions. Because I don't know, in my opinion, I would rather individual session, but I have to give the people what they want. So, in that case, that's what I'll do. And we'll put this down here. Delete that one. Move this down here. And change the color. Trying to figure out how to change the color on this. Put your points on a pedestal. So this app that Lily got me on, this, you snap your receipts and they give you points for gift cards and stuff. And it just said, put your points on a pedestal. I never use it. I give all my receipts to her, but let's see. Just go gray. Gray works. Here we go. In the movie, it looks cooler when you hold a cigar in your mouth. You can tell the smoke in your eyes. I prefer individual sessions too. My social anxiety is too strong for sure. Yeah, but I know that I guess it's like a form of therapy and stuff too. People do therapy like that. So, I mean, if that's how it works, and that's what people want. I mean, that's how I did my coaching. Well, not mine, but when I had my own session when I worked with Bia. All right. I'll turn the camera around because I want you to see this. I'm working on merch. They don't have wristbands, but nice phone case, and I guess you have a choice of all of them. I'm still trying to get the hang of all this, but I think there's a phone case, a gratitude journal, a t-shirt, and a hat. That should be enough merch or something. But I'm looking at if I see any other cool things. If I see anything else cool, I'll make that product template. Okay, so yeah. Save product template. Okay, cool. So that fits all of those. And then I've got my stuff from my other channel and stuff like that, but that's more fitness related things, and I still need to get that channel off the ground. But like I said, obviously Mystic is first. 32 notifications on this thing. Man. No. They're useless junk mail. Okay, now I just need to remember. Oh good, I wrote down what I was supposed to do, the instructions for how to make this store. Make an account on Amazon or Etsy. Choose Etsy. Etsy's a free account. Get 40 free listings. Search and sign up. Name it. Printful has product template. Okay. Add new product partner. Printful and add location. Okay, so I have to go to add product partner. Alright, so this part's the part that's going to be kind of complicated for me. Manifesting SP and now catching feelings for a new girl. Been dreaming of this girl. Well, hey, I mean, look, I even played around with that realm for a while too, and then SP came back around, and then it became kind of hard to make a decision. I actually have a client now who's going through a similar situation where she's trying to, it's hard for her to decide. She's got both options right now. Is that Cuban? I love cigars. No, not Cuban. It's, what are we? Camacho Scorpion. Maybe that's my brand. One day one of my, I'm going to ruin it by telling my visualization. No, I'm not going to ruin the visualization, because why? Would just like the merch says, you can't fuck this up. But, what do you call it? One of my visualizations is that one day someone's gonna make art of me with that. Dominican is good. Is that technically what this is? Like, was Camacho Dominican? Because I usually smoke, Sweet Janes are my favorite because they're flavored, but I've been smoking Mark Twain's a lot because the taste and flavor of those ones bring me back to a good time when I first started manifesting. And some other good ones are, what's that? Who makes Undercrown? That's my favorite brand. I know there's like an umbrella term. There's like four or five things. Where's the hat? So for the heavyweight tea. No. I would never sell a heavyweight tea. They have to be light. The Mystics don't need heavy shirts. We want to breathe and wear it all year round. But it's hard to tell. Fitted t-shirts are nice. We're going to wear fitted t-shirts, Mystics. Organic t-shirt. What the hell is organic t-shirt? Am I going to eat it? A denim t-shirt? That sounds uncomfortable. Oh wait, the athletic t-shirt. That's expensive though. want to make them affordable. Printing. I wonder if you could change the color of the text. That's what I want to know. I'm all over the place. Sorry. I know it's not a very good live. I'm just seeing if anyone needs to talk before the weekend. I want to make sure everyone's covered because I always feel guilty when I'm going away and I haven't made too many videos. But I was living a manifestation. What it can mean if you're using the list method and you're seeing absolutely nothing. So it could mean that it's unfolding. You're gonna meet the person. So, oh wait. Are you talking about, so there's two ways of listing. I want to make sure I'm talking about the right one. List method, as in you listed out the perfect SP and she hasn't arrived, would probably be that for me, one of them I listed it out and she came like a month later. Another one happened within a few days. And it just happened to be the way things unfolded. Like Neville's has the quote, if it be late, then wait for it. It's what is this quote? It's like very poetic. If it be late, then wait for it's going to unveil itself in the most, whatever. But if it be late, then wait. That's his point. If it's a list of small, like you're doing like mini manifestations. So you list out a whole bunch of things that you believe could happen, but you're not seeing them. There's one that I never saw, and there's only one mini manifestation I never got. And I don't know why that one was. There was no attachment to it, and it was when I first started manifesting. Part of me thinks this is a very good way to go back into testing manifestation, but it was a blue squishy test ball because when there was the ladder experiment, I couldn't do the ladder experiment because I climb a ladder every day at work pretty much, so I wouldn't believe it then. And I said, okay, well, I saw on Reddit somebody did one where they manifested a blue squishy test, like stress ball. And they had a really cool story for how it happened because they'd climbed ladders too all the time. So I'm like, all right, well, how would I do that? But I didn't believe it, and I was going through all kinds of other stuff. I was manifesting all over the place. So if you're focused on one thing and you're jumping around and you're not staying focused on one particular thing, it could be hard to do like that. But the list, you should have a lot of detachment from it. You could be too attached to seeing a result as well, instead of feeling that you already have it. So I hope that helps. Oh, you can change the color. Let me see what I missed. Okay, so then we'll do a women's t-shirt too. this is almost something where I need to sit down and put more time to. I want to give the last 30 minutes to actually going through all of this. I mean, I got half a cigar left before I gotta leave for work. It's the Easter weekend. Like I said, we're going to focus and we're going to rebrand and resuit ourselves. So when we come back on Monday, we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to hit a nice live. This Monday I'm going to be busy early in the morning touring houses. Monday I'll have a video. This will be the live for this weekend and Monday. So let me focus and put more time and effort into this. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the ground running on Monday. I'm going to have a video that's going to prep everything and let you guys know about the group coaching and stuff, which will probably be the following Monday, where I'll do a live in the morning, and then by the afternoon or nighttime, depending, we will do the actual session, or we'll do our live on next Sunday night, and then we'll recap everything. But Monday we'll come up with stuff. Then throughout the week I'm going to post the 4 success stories I received over this past week. And part of this, one of my affirmations was becoming a better coach, which undertook me through the event where I had to retest everything I learned in the past week. Then, through there, I started receiving all these great success stories from other people. So, in the past week, I felt like the channel's done a lot better. Now, I was like, okay, let me put more effort into it now. People have asked for merch and stuff, so boom, now there's the merch. Hey Hershey, how you doing? I'm just going over the plan for next week. So this will be the live for this weekend and everything, like I said. So we're going to go live now. Anything we got questions on, comments, any video stuff, write in the comments. I will read the comments. I just like to take time to respond to all of them. Good afternoon. How much have I missed? Honestly, Inked, you guys have not missed much. I've been sitting here making merch the entire time. I will show you guys what I've made in a second. I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or 3. Laundry, merch, live. Because Monday I'll be touring a house in the morning, and I've got other stuff going on Monday, so Monday's going to be hard to do. Sunday's Easter, so family plans with SP Saturday and tonight, so we're blocked out there. But I will have a video Monday that's going to be covering about about the group coaching, and I'm going to try and do, at least if it goes well, then maybe once or twice a month we'll do a group coaching session with about 10 people in each one, because I want to be able to dedicate time to people, because I personally come from the belief one-on-one coaching is better. I also, I'll have the merch up and running, so if you guys want to do that. I could not find wristbands, which is something else. The website I'm using doesn't offer wristbands, because what this website does is I link it with an Etsy. From my understanding, I want to make sure it looks good. I'll link it with an Etsy. I wanted wristbands on there. They would say you can't fuck this up and have the logo, but they don't sell that. However, I said, what else do we carry? They had phone cases, so there's the logo and it says you can't fuck this up on there. Then I made a men's t-shirt that's fitted kind of like this, like the workout t-shirts, and maybe I'll put a regular t-shirt as well for like unisex, and then a women's t-shirt, and then there's a notebook I have designed on there that says Mystic Manifesting, so it's a gratitude journal or whatever. Like I have my orange manifesting book right here. I'm actually buying myself one of these off the thing. I'm gonna order myself one as well, so that way we all have the Mystic Manifesting notebook. We got our phone cases and everything else like that. You don't have to buy it, it's not necessary, but I know people said about merch, so I'm trying to like put all my effort into this channel, and I plan next week to also be making more cinematic and adding more comedy and personality to the channel, because I feel like I kind of drifted off, and start dressing nice again. It's been slacking off, but overall I think it's become a better manifestation week. I got a bright idea yesterday that instead of looking at my debt as I owe, I'm deciding to take the amount and pretend that different ways God can bless me. That's awesome. I do like that. See, I'm trying to, like we said, I also want to move more into the money stuff, because right now purchasing a house and stuff is an expensive thing, and the particular house I want is more, but it's not necessarily I need money. I want the house, not the money. So I thought about the Neville story where he wants his, what do you call it? His brother wanted the business, but he didn't have the money for the business, so he showed up to the auction anyway, and then boom, got it. Actually, now that I'm paying more attention, we're getting more viewers too, so I might as well stay on. When does the link go live? Oh, for the merch, probably next week as well for the merch. I'm waiting, just because I want to like knock all this out. So maybe mid next week we'll have that, and then according to this thing, it's saying that you'd have your product in a week. But I want to test it all first on my own thing before I put it out to you guys. I don't want you guys getting anything bullshit on this. I want to like keep it, see if I can do it private first before I share it or anything, and have like one of the things to boost your store on here apparently is like you have to get 5 sales and do reviews. So I'll buy 5 of the products myself under different emails or whatever, or from family, and then review them, and then it will be easier for you guys to get or something. I don't know. That would be a way for making more money to buy the house possibly, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen. It's just a way, it'll also be a way to support me a bit because, like I said, at the end of the day, I want to be doing this full time, making cinematic things and really taking the time to go through all these emails and function out with like a script. Like Joseph Rodriguez, most of you guys probably know his channel. I like how detailed he is. He makes his mind maps and everything like that. I would love to take more time to like, I love going off the top of my head, but like script how it's gonna look instead of just sitting here talking to a camera like every other coach. There's nothing wrong with it. I've been doing it this long and it's been helping people, but I want to make it break up the monotony of it because so many times it's like, okay, we're sitting there. I want it to be where you can just listen to it audio wise because that's what I like about my videos too. When I'm watching manifesting videos, I want to be able to listen, but I want something cinematic. So it's like if you want to be entertained, it's something. It's taking you off of. A lot of times you're gonna be coming from a place of like hurting too when you're manifesting. So I want to make it fun, which is one of the reasons I got into filmmaking was I wanted to help people escape from bad situations for a little bit. I hope you have a different saying for the outside. What's the different saying for the outside? I had a bit of a setback this week, ironically, by taking inspired action via sending edible arrangements. Expected a better response in Spiral, but I'm trying to get myself back. Perfect example. What did I do? I was trying to get a response too, and I took what I thought was inspired action, but deep down in my subconscious, I knew I was trying to get a response when I sent it. I've never sent edible arrangements before. She never received edible arrangements before. We talked about it, and I said one of these days I'll get it for you. I sent it with a little I'm sorry card. No response. I was ignored, and I was like, what the fuck? And so then I tried to just get more stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'll be quiet. And then I send a message, hey, can I talk to you? Can I do this? Then I send a phone call. What am I doing? I'm chasing in the 3D, trying to get something in the 3D. What did Neville say? The 3D will never do anything. So it's funny because you used edible arrangements. I used edible arrangements that didn't work. I've taken her on trips. That didn't work. I'm doing the trips for me. I like to travel too. So now it's not just that. It's like creating nice, fond memories with her doing this stuff. And I'm not doing it for a response. I'm on vacation already with her. It doesn't take place for another month, but I'm already in my mind having that vacation with her and seeing all the reactions. Earlier today, I did stats, how things are going to be tonight. The fact that it worked out for you gave me hope. Yeah. So, I mean, in the end, it was another inspired action because look what I did. I went to the gym to run into her. Every time I've done that before, it never turned out in my favor. Why did I do it? I don't know. Feeling desperate and feeling like you're letting the channel down, feeling like you're fucking everything up. I got to do something. So I go there, what happens? Again, nothing. She doesn't show up. And then when I relax and I just sent something from peace, and message was me detaching to, it's like, I'm just going to go do my own thing. If I don't hear from you, I don't hear from you. Apparently, I'm the only one who's putting in work. And I've said stuff like that before. It didn't work, but I legitimately felt the detachment, and I just went to driving. I'm like, I got to focus on me. The next thing is, my living situation needs a new house, and it's something I personally want. It's focused on me. I'm going to go look for a house. If you want to come, you're invited, and then put the address. Part of me wants to get that house just because of like how cool the memory was, but there were some things that weren't perfect about it. Now the house I want is actually a little bit under budget. I don't want necessarily a profane word on a wristband, but I could turn it inside out if I'm going somewhere professionally. Yeah, see, it's going to be on the phone, so maybe I could put just F. I can't F this up. Is that better? Because remember, I'm coming from the only merch that I've ever bought or anything's been off my fitness icons, and they would have swearing on their shirts. So That's why we're more wholesome channel. Like, everybody told me, they're like, oh, well, that wolf is not badass. It looks like a mascot. These are people I knew, like, who I shared this to. I'm like, well, thing is, you can't. We're family friendly, peaceful people. We can't be swearing and having scary wolves on our stuff. But I do like that. So my fitness brand will probably be more or less like that. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. All right, here's the shirt. Oh, all right, there's the shirt. And then on the back, wait, it adds $6 to write on the fucking back? I want these to be affordable. All right, maybe we won't write anything. It just say Mystic Manifesting. But it would say that, so maybe if I say you can't F this up. That's kind of bullshit how they jack the price like that. I get they have to make money, but it definitely does not. It definitely doesn't do that. I'd pay you for a coaching session, but instead of coaching, just do your technique for me and my SP. I'm tired. And then here's the phone case. So, and then I guess we'll just do that. Save product. And then these are the other ones from my other brands and stuff that I was going to use, like the fitness stuff. I figure a mug would be nice. View the mock-up. I thought that looks kind of nice for all the coffee drinkers out there. I like it on this shirt. I'm buying one. And then this is the manifesting notebook where you guys could write all your stuff. And I'm personally going to buy one of these. I'm going to buy all this shit myself too because I want it. But that would be in the morning, writing your gratitude, whatever else. And it's like a perfect size to carry with you for ladies in your purse, guys in your backpack. And then a mug and a shirt. I figured you would. I know you like your coffee inked. It's the same as me. These are my hats for my other stuff. This is like it says men's heavyweight t-shirt. I personally don't like heavy t-shirts, so I'm trying to find stuff that people like. But also, so like this is a fitted t-shirt. I prefer like the athletic fit t-shirt. Yeah, the notebook will be nice. I'm just wondering what they charge for it. See, because they already give you a price on this stuff, and some of the things on here are kind of expensive, but it's not telling me what it cost. I guess I'll find out later. The hat? Let's see. This hat is not for Mystic, though. I don't think it is. No, this is my other brand. That's the Flex Entertainment one. That's a stitched cap. I just did a manifesting hat, though. Did I delete it? Oh, wait. No, that's not. Oh, here it is. I don't know why they threw it back on this page. This is the manifesting cap. I don't know what that purple is. Continue. I want to see the mock-up of it. Okay, so apparently we can't see a mock-up of it, but that purple is not supposed to be on there. Oh, you could zoom in. Okay, cool. This will be printed, so that's how it's going to look. And it's a trucker cap. I don't know if you guys like other types of baseball caps. I know everyone's got different styles, so I try to like keep it to me, and then all that other stuff, I don't know, it came with it. I might get the hat for my son too. I can't wear a netback hat. Yeah, see, this is the... Yeah, I figure girls can't wear it anyway. Mug and shirt for me too. See, is that a netback? Yeah, it's the trucker cap. So I'm gonna do regular hats too. I like the trucker one too. I never liked trucker hats either until this brand. This is Greg Plitt. He's one of my fitness icons who passed away. So I wear this out of tribute for him and how I saw how he inspired people, and how that I'm actually doing it myself. It makes me very happy. So a tribute to him was that trucker cap. That's tiny, the logo. That's the thing. It looks small, but I think it says it's 4 inches by 4, so it should be about this size. But that's why I said I want to buy all the products myself first from these guys and see how they look before releasing it to you guys. But some of the stuff, I don't know what their pricing is on it, and I know some of it could get like, I think the hoodie was like $30. So yeah, I'm trying to find. I want it to be affordable, and I'd rather buy the products first and lay out my money and do all my risk first before releasing it to you guys. That's why it might take me a week or two, maybe even 2 weeks to release it, because I don't want to release half-ass stuff. But then you guys will see me wear it in a video first. Should I do like a giveaway where I sign them? Am I that famous yet? We'll do it in a live random number generator. Let's see, what time is it? Do I gotta leave for this dumbass job yet? Nope, I still got time. So we guys got anything else you want to talk about before the weekend? I just gotta figure out how to link these pages, get the orders going, and run some tests on it. Sign it? Alright, I'll do it. Because I do want to run, eventually, within a year, I want to say. Maybe mark the date. Within a year, we'll do the Mystic meetup and all that stuff. And then I'll sign the hats. What's up, Hayden? How you doing, brother? Yes, signed my boy's book. The shirt would have to be black, though. That pops. The shirt would have to be... Yeah, I'm doing all of it black, because black and blue are my favorite colors. So it's also the colors of my logos on my other channels. So I just leave everything black and blue, just because I like the way that those colors mesh together. And then like the phone, I could probably put the phone now back to clear. Now that I see you could change the font color. Yeah, but this one's a little bit of a process. And like I said, it's a little bit of a way to support myself, where if we do get enough followers and this takes off, then I can just go full time into doing this. Mystic meetup would be fire. Yeah, I that's one of my things I want to do, is just like we all get together and get some of the other channels. I still haven't reached out to Akshay. That's something next week. Nick, how did you deal with SP going behind your back? It seems like this seems to be bothering me the most. I think it's blocking my manifestation. It's fucked me up too. Actually, that's what started the fight in this past week with that success story. Because even though things are good, I remembered it, and it bothers me. And I just thought, I'm like, some fucking loser that you had no attachment to, and it fucking bothered the fuck out of me. And I'm like, am I sacrificing my pride as a man? Is this my ego coming into play? Should I forgive her? If I don't do it, that means I really don't love her. Because if I kept thinking about the story in the Bible, if Jesus could forgive them for killing him, which, hey, it's Easter time, if he could forgive them for killing him, then I could forgive her for doing that. And then it's like, then that's like, I know the person she can be, but do I ever trust again? Can I do that? So it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, I still go back and forth with it, and it's a thought you have to flip on your head. And if it really matters to you and it does hurt that bad, well, then we know we could manifest out of thin air, because I've done that before too. But when I did that, and I was with 2 other women, and I was like, I'm like, all right, now that's 2, we're even. And then I just didn't feel satisfaction from them, and they were good-looking women, so yeah. So it's hard. It's harder as a guy, I think, and I think it's a little bit of a double standard, where I think it's easier for a woman to take them back, but there's still going to be a trust issue. Like, I don't know if it really affects women's pride as much. Like, guys are more prideful. It's like, what was mine was taken from, this is going to sound bad, but it's from a guy's thinking. What was mine was taken from me by another guy, not taken, given away by her, and that's definitely a blow to a man's confidence. And I feel like women would feel the same, but at the same time too, I mean, I'm only speaking from what I've seen online and stuff, and the few people I've talked to. they would have a trust issue from it, but it doesn't hurt their ego or pride, I don't think, as much as it does a guy's. It's okay to have her back, but then do I have to worry about it? That's where I came in too, because then it's like, okay, you see one negative thing and then you assume that's where it's going. And that's kind of what the last week's lesson came from. It's like, okay, I moved past it, but then your mind is automatically programmed to protect you, so it's going to look for signs it's going to happen again. Minds are naturally programmed to do that. My SP annoyed the F out of me last night, telling me so many words that he doesn't have plans, he'll be with. Yeah, and that sucks too, getting the maybes out of stuff. Because, well, look, this is another thing I want to talk about too, is that look how far we've come. So many of us were no contact, now we're contact, but it's not what we want. Or we're in situationships, but we want full relationships, and it's still not exactly what we want, but we got to be grateful for where we are compared to where we were yesterday. Now, this is a Jordan Peterson quote: compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who someone else is today. And I thought about that today at the gym when I seen a dude who was jacked as fuck and looking juicy, and I got on here and I see Elmer looking buff as fuck, and I was like, damn, my ego and pride kick in a little bit. And you have to realize, stop comparing yourself to other people's success stories or where you want things to be or the ideal version and checking the 3D. Go back to where you were yesterday. If you had no contact yesterday, but today you do, but it's not a full conversation like you wanted, then don't beat yourself up, because where you were yesterday, this is a million times better. So where will you be tomorrow? And we see in my story from this past week, how far could you come in a week? No contact to a lot more than no contact, like we're spending Easter together. It affects me the same way. That's one of my issues. Yeah, see, I think it does hold it back a little bit, and that's how I felt. My SP got jealous because I was talking to my female friend, and she went behind my back, and her friends talked her into breaking things off with me. And the simp friend zone guy appeared out of nowhere, but I did manifest that by being jealous and a hothead. Same as me, brother. And, well, I know you know about all the Sigma characters and the Anakin and stuff. It's almost like what we fear in our premonitions, we try to prevent it, and then in the same time, we create. Every time I see I see a Blade Runner on your profile, I think about the Sigma stuff, but it's true, because when think about Sigma Anakin, what does he do? He tries to prevent losing Padme, but ends up being the one to drive her away. Well, it kills her, but we wind up driving our SPs away. That's true. At least we have some movement. Gotta be grateful for that. Yes, sir. Always be grateful for what we have. And then start being grateful for other stuff. Like, I wake up, my first gratitude every morning, it switches usually. But it's either I'm so grateful for the Mystic Manifesting family or my family. And then the second one is always I'm grateful that I'm in a relationship with SP. And then the third would be a place of living. I'm so grateful. Then it's usually about where I am in my fitness journey. But even though it's not exactly where I want to be, where was I yesterday? Am I in better shape than I was yesterday? Did I push myself further than yesterday? Did I do more manifesting techniques? Did I do whatever I needed to do and push myself? So always compare yourself to yesterday. I was thinking of going Sigma way and doing my own thing. Trust me, brother, the thought still comes in on my head too sometimes, where it's like things aren't right. It's like, fuck it, I know I could just go to the gym, get jacked and juicy. I see all these girls in the gym, which I never paid attention to, because, you know, I don't know if you grew up like me, you have low self-confidence. And this is where, like, I've mentioned them before, but this is where the red pill guys and the Tate stuff becomes appealing to men, is because most of it, like he said, men are born inherently worthless. Women are born with worth because they can have babies, and usually everybody treats them better. Not in all cases, but usually the girls are treated better than the boys. So guys, you have to forge their own way. And when they do, it's usually met by a lifetime of rejection. You're getting rejected a lot. So the red pill, it becomes very appealing to guys, where it's like, okay, I'm going to go just down that path. And I think there's a way to meet in the middle. And I think that's what I tried to do in Bridget, where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be a pussy ass simp and go do all this stuff, but I'm gonna do what feels right in my heart. If I'm gonna forgive her for what happened, I'm gonna forgive her for what happened when someone like Tate would look down on me and like spit on me with this. Oh, how dare you! But I'm also gonna become the very best version of myself. I know there's more to life than SP, and this goes for men and women. There's more to life than SP, and even I'm guilty of putting SP up on a pedestal and wanting to be with her more than I want to be with my friends and family or do my goals. But I have to remember, Mondays, the primary goal, Mondays are my Sunday. My primary goal is to get on Mystic and go live. This weekend is going to be hard because it's prioritizing myself to get a house. So in the end, that benefits the channel more. So it's also like prioritizing your goals. By going on the thing to find a house that I might want that's a bigger house, which would be able to put a gym in. I've got my gym and my house and my setup and all that stuff together. It will be a bigger note, which pushes me to make more content on here and my other channels so I can make extra income. And by doing that with extra income, I could put more stuff. Oh wow, that's another. It's funny. That's a real estate agent messaging me now, but it's not one I'm going to use. But at the end, I'm looking for how things progress to help me. I still have love for my SP. I still have love for my family. I still have love for everybody else. But at the end of the day, I have to focus on me and pushing myself. I know I got kind of lost off because this guy just interrupted me with his messages. I was just thinking about going this. Yeah, I went through that. I'm not so used to women giving me signals like that. Me, and I usually miss it when it happens. What are your thoughts on people who've been manifesting for years but can't attain it? Do you think detachment is the secret key? I do believe that there is a degree of like the detachment is a heavy influence on it, because if you are manifesting for years, what are you doing? You're manifesting for years. Manifesting is a process. It's an action verb. Not to get all right or technical, because I hate fucking doing all that. I'm horrible at, what's that game where you have to fill in the words and make the joke? Mad Libs. I'm horrible at Mad Libs when you say it, but it is an action verb. You're doing the action of manifesting. But if I was in a loving, committed relationship with my SP and I had my desire already, or I had the money in my bank, I'm not manifesting it because I have it. That's why there's a story that sticks out to me, and I've mentioned it a few other times, and this is where I kind of got bad with my spending, so there's a borderline to it. We have to be careful. There's a story that another person who talks about manifesting a lot too is Trump. He will talk about manifesting, and one of his stories he said was, I remember hearing it as a kid, it was before he was even president. He told this story. He had a friend who wanted to be rich and wealthy, and he wasn't, and he takes his shot. He's like, oh, well, he's not as wealthy as me, but he's trying. But basically, he says that the guy couldn't afford to go first class, but the guy would fly to business meetings first class, because if he could fly first class, he knows that he's, there's more real estate stuff. He knew if he flew first class, he would have the mindset to be able to make the business deal. And then when he did, that business deal paid off, where he was rich enough to always fly first class after that. So what I was doing was, by traveling all this time with SP and kind of damaging my savings and stuff, which could have bought me a house cash or bought me what I wanted now, I was focused on, I have plenty of money in the bank. But now it's time, and I'm seeing in the 3D, okay, well now because I did that, I don't have it. But then what am I doing? I'm not being grateful for, I have extra income because of this channel, because people trust me enough to help coach them. I have extra income because sometimes when I do Instagram live, or when I do TikTok lives on my comedy channel, people donate. And it's not enough to be rich, but it's extra income. So what am I doing? I'm comparing myself to rich people today and not myself yesterday. Myself yesterday didn't have extra clients or coaching or selling merch, or and then when I get the money, it's like, okay, well, I'm grateful because, okay, maybe you're still not rich, but you're grateful for where you came from. And each day you get progressively better at what you're doing. And I'm sorry that I trailed off and I don't really know. So in the moment, so I'm grateful. So even though I see a change happening, I'm still grateful for in the moment how far I've come. And when I have to break it down, it's like, okay, well, why am I stressing about a house that's a little bit over budget for me when I'm already rich? So I'm just walking around in my head like, I've seen the house, I've seen the pictures, and I'm going to do a walkthrough Monday. After I've done that and I've been in the place, it's a little cheat code now I can do it. So that's why I think it's a little bit easier to manifest the X-Packs too, because you could picture holding them and all this stuff like that. So I go to the house, I walk around, and I live in that house. I'm part of it, and that's where I live. I'm rich and I live in a bigger house. So that's already done. Even though I come back to this little condo and I don't have it or the money's not in my bank, I live as a rich person. That's what I identify in my mind. So I'm not manifesting it. I already have it. And this other girl hurt me. And I blocked her out of my mind right after. And she came back and been chasing me for years. Yeah, it's because you don't need it, and you have the assumption that she's going to keep chasing because maybe she showed you evidence of someone who chases, so now you just assume she's a person who chases and she's always going to chase you. It sucks that I waited like 30 minutes to really start answering questions when we had more people here because now if anyone rewatches the live, they might not they might click off it and miss all this other information. So I'm gonna try and recap all this in the videos in the upcoming week. So I hope that helped. Bought these pins at the comic shop. Ash vs. Evil and Boba Fett. I'm not even a pin guy, I don't know I bought them. Oh, thank you, bro. I was feeling kind of jacked and juicy. Actually, I won't lie, I put on a tighter shirt because I was feeling pretty confident. I'm like, I gotta do it. I had actually just finished, I think it was a chest and shoulder day. So I had to do them like that. Oh, it died. But we can't end the live yet. And that's another thing too is when you're feeling confident like that too, you're not really worried about SP. You're more proud of yourself and in love with yourself. Not in a narcissistic, shitty way, but in a way where it's like, I do deserve better and I know I could have better. And then almost coming from that state, they're off the pedestal and then you can get whatever you want. Nice, brothers. So did I was supposed to go last night. I got off work at 10 and then stopped by my mom's house. And they had Chinese food. I'm like, oh, let's have a little. But I didn't eat all day. Bad for the diet. And then I slammed a bunch of Chinese food, wound up crashing on our couch until early this morning. And I just went up and got an early workout, but it wasn't dead enough to film shirtless workouts like I've been doing. I do think the gym is like a really great way to, not just build your confidence, but it's almost a form of meditation. Like I said in the video, I went into listening to Neville while I was there. Doing all the stuff with SP. I don't feel like going to work today, but hey, I'm rich, so I don't have to go if I don't want to. I'm just going because I feel like it. That's another thing I use too. Like, I'd rather sit on through lives all day, answer these questions. Really makes the difference. I was sick, stuck at home, and took a toll on my mental. Yeah, getting out and moving, it's like Tony Robbins talks about, change your physiology, change your focus, or something along those. I think that's what he says, change your physiology, change your focus. Like, and this is a Jordan Peterson rule too, is like stand up straight with your shoulders back. Going to the gym naturally pulls your back, gets you with your chest puffed out, and you walk more confidently and not doing invisible lat syndrome, but it gets you going. I like the potty mouth too much. That's the thing too. That's why maybe I'll incorporate it into my fitness channel too, that you can't fuck this up, so then we have more of an edgy brand with the skulls on it, and you can't fuck this up, and then Mystic, you can't F this up. Because I do know my fitness page will have there's more guys following it, or women who swear and would wear stuff like that. And here, a lot of us are more wholesome. So I try to bridge. I'm like a really weird bridge of like all this. Grace those employers with your presence. They don't realize how lucky they are that I walk in there. It sucks that we gotta work tomorrow too. I'm just hoping it doesn't. Well, not hoping. We won't be there overtime. It's Easter weekend. I'll be out, and at Lily's cookout, and things will be good. And I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter with her tonight. If I don't, I'm going to be very disappointed. But I already did my stats for that. It's been a long week. I need this. There's the laundry. My tight shirt's in there. Yeah, definitely. And then next week too, I want to hit the ground running with the fitness channel too, and try to bridge more people from fitness into this versus red pill. I'm not gonna tell them what to do, but instead of, I mean, I know there's a lot of pain in that community because I've been in it. I want a burrito, but if my SP coming by, I don't want to fart. What do you mean? Women can't fart? It's not true. That could be a t-shirt. I want a burrito, but I don't want to fart in front of my SP. Burrito does sound good right now. Maybe I will cut the live in like the next 20 minutes so I have time to go grab a burrito bowl from TBK in Chicago. It's the greasiest drunk burrito you could get. Pretty much the only time I'll go because it's cheap. Cheap and big, a lot of protein. Sometimes I doubt all this stuff. But then I remember the time I had a conversation with my SP in my head, and she repeated exactly word for word in a week. So I go back to that and I remember, yeah, see, I do it too. Look at, after all the stuff, we have a channel with, I don't even know how many videos this channel has at this point, where other people have used these techniques, reported success stories to me. I've used the stuff myself and have all kinds of crazy stories, but then when something doesn't turn out my way, it's the natural, it's almost like a quitter mind that we have naturally instilled in us. It doesn't work because it's not supposed to happen, so fuck all this, I'm done with it. And then it usually all comes in, but I don't believe we have to go through all that getting mad at it. It's I just trust the process. Like, I like Neville's thing. I'm gonna try and pull it up. I don't want to get hit with any copyrights if I play his actual things, but I thought about, like, one, I've got the book here. That's something else I want to do next week too, is like we'll read through the book slowly. It's a big book, so a couple days a week we'll read some stuff from Neville, and then I want to record his audios and play them and pause them and be like, okay, go over what he's talking about and stuff like that. And if you guys like that, I'll do that. But I've been listening to a lot more Joseph Murphy too. He's more money manifestation, which is one that I'm working on, so I like that. If you guys like subliminals, I could make them, but I don't know if you want to listen to my voice the whole time. I hate listening to it. I've actually gotten better at it. I started saying I have a great voice, and then I got used to it. It's almost like anything else. The more you do, the more you get used to it. Smoke in my eye. Motherfucker. It's like angry grandpa. Motherfucker, you motherfucker. We should make video on top tips and tricks that you tested in your journey. That's I'm gonna like focus more on them and like talk more about that. I think that's one of the reasons why people like my channels, because I'll tell you straight up where I failed. I'll tell you where I fucked up. I'll tell you how I still break. It's something that always bothered me about social media, but I never had the balls to post anything. So I was just like, why do people? I wanted to show someone who is real and owns their fuck ups. That's what I love about David Goggins. Like, that's why so many people love him. He shows all the times he's been phone room all fucked up and how he came over all of it. So I'll just straight up tell you guys where I fucked up, and I'm an open book. A lot of people don't like that. In my personal life, where it's like, well, you talk too much. Well, that's just who I am, and that's an assumption that I think that they don't like that, but I will always be open about what I'm doing. So, then I'm going to address something I saw in one of my comments the other day, too, that would be funny, and I know Aurora and Inks will laugh at it, too. Do you work out at home or only at the gym? I thought about you being a virtual personal trainer, but maybe that's what can happen when I schedule coaching if you were into that. I mean, I've thought about it before. I have a friend who does it. I don't have any certifications though. I failed the NASM test because, well, I didn't fail it. I didn't even take it. I started taking it. And I don't like the way that they train on there or that they teach training. It's all very conventional and by the book. I'm not teaching anything unsafe, but I'm telling what worked for me. And sometimes, I mean, they're telling stuff to not get sued. You're not going to get hurt if you do this, but you're also not going to make as much progress as someone pushing even harder. A lot of LOA channels are textbook is cookie. Yeah, I agree with that. The ones I follow. I mean, a lot of people on here follow the same ones I follow, but there's a lot of really good ones out there. People showed me there's a lot of smaller channels too. I only really follow the big ones, but maybe I'll start reaching out to smaller ones and feeling out those channels. Or if you guys recommend, I know Inked has recommended a couple smaller channels for me too, and reach out and collab with them if I like their vibe and what they're representing and stuff like that. If anything, I'll just keep going with how I am myself. Maybe we'll bring Bia back in for something. I'll talked to her like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Let's see. I should reach out to Dylan James again. No, I did reach out. So now we just manifest that. What was the other thing? So as I mentioned, so Inked and Aurora will like this one too because we had another comment the other day. I think I sent it to Inked. It was another self-righteous religious person coming on here telling me that I'm demonic. Well, I'm writing a movie about fighting demons, and it's a more action-packed, exaggerated version of manifesting. But the demon represents your negative thoughts, just like Neville. Because you can't just do a regular thing. The law of assumption. It's a cool, but it's not action-packed. I like action-packed, so I was writing one on that, and then it's like this bitch came out here and was like, "Oh, this is demonic. LOL. Fuck this," and blah blah blah. It's like, it's funny because the religious people are supposed to be all accepting are the ones who have been the only ones that criticize me or fuck with any of this. And it's like, I got no problem with religion, but it's like I read the Bible too, but because someone else told you, it's like half the religious people who have said stuff to me, even ones in my own personal reality, you don't even know shit about the Bible. I've read it 2.5 times. James Earl Jones read it to me each one of those times. So you know there's value when Darth Vader reads it to you. That's what some of my family would say too. So yeah, it's like most of my family just doesn't understand it when I tell. They're just like, my mom understands it. She's getting into it too, but she's into it as like admiring it, but I don't think she's actually put any of it to test. There's layers to the Bible. There's layers to the Bible stuff. I even failed to acknowledge. Yeah, when I started looking at it the way Neville breaks it down, I see it's a manifesting textbook. And I've also studied other religions too. I like Taoism a lot. That's straight up manifesting. There's and Stoicism. There's a lot of manifesting thoughts in there too. I'm kind of a nerd. I read all that stuff. Right? They're the ones that have made me feel, yeah. And one of the things too is I thought like they're like, oh, religion is all inclusive. And one of the things I like to throw at them is like, do you remember the Spanish Inquisition? That was really loving and accepting, wasn't it? When they just started like killing and torturing all those people because they didn't believe the same thing. I'm sure Jesus would be proud. Even though someone did that to him. Demon, I want to drive a demon. I've noticed it's your demonic. Wait, I've noticed it's your demonic for wanting more, and I told you could have or were worthy of. Yeah, and that was another thing too. Is like you're worthy of it, and that's like what Neville said. It's God's good pleasure to give you this gift, and it's not. You don't have to do something to earn being able to manifest. I know some people, guys, they'll do NoFap. Me and Tone from Simply Manifesting had talked about this before. He did it, and I did it, and one of the times I manifested my SP, Another time I just didn't give a fuck and I didn't do it and still manifested SP, which goes to prove I didn't have to give anything up. But that was just more of a self-discipline thing to do it because it's wasting time. Are you into the Kabbalah? I've read about it. I've known some of it. A lot of it, it's been referenced by. I want to read the whole thing, and I want to read the whole Emerald Tablet too, other than the as within, so without, as above, so below. My or what's it called, Naya talks about it on her channel too a lot. The Kabbalah. Hold on, wait, what is this? Oh, one of my friends said I've read the book twice too. I thought he was talking about the Bible and he was messaging me. I didn't know if he was in the chat or in the live. A few of my friends know about this channel. Do you believe in matching frequencies? No. Because if I had to be honest, I don't think my frequency really matches with my SP's. But yet we're still together. And I still have a lot of strong feelings for her. And I've seen the strong feelings in her for me. So, not really. Because that kind of goes into the destiny thing, which is something else I believe there's a degree of destiny too, because like I never wanted to do this until I got into it. I just had nothing really going on, and I felt like the need to make a video and maybe try a channel, and then I didn't really know. I wanted to be an actor, filmmaker, and stuff like that, and comedian, and then I found a way. I'm like, through here, I'm being myself, and I wanted to inspire people, and people are inspired by me, and I'm helping people. And I'm making my jokes, and no one's judging me for my jokes and anything like that. Most people have the similar sense of humor on here. I'm showing my fitness through here and preaching fitness, and I'm moving more into doing cinematic stuff with this to make it look cooler, and just more or less like I'm having fun with this channel. Like I know some people are doing it like as a business, and yes, would I like to make money with it too? Am I taking steps to make money with it? Yes. But I know somebody came in and said something about that too. Well, what are you charging? And it's like, because I tried it for free and people tried to take advantage of me on it. So, with like, there was like just that arrogance of it, like, oh, excuse me, you haven't gotten back to me yet? And it's like, hold on, I got a fucking life too. I got to work a day job. If you're going to pay me to be on call, I did consider that too. Like, take like 5-10 clients for like $1,000 a month each with 24-hour access to me. But then I also have to sleep, and there's different time zones, so there was complications to that whole process. But there's that too. I know I'm not perfect, and I don't want to be whatever that is, but I still think I'm a pretty great person, and I think that's enough for me to have things I want. Yes. And you don't have, if you ever notice, the shittiest people usually have whatever they want because their self-concept is through the fucking roof. Like that one boss I had always got every single thing he wanted. And he was the biggest douchebag in the world, but he was a fucking fantastic manifester. I noticed when I start affirming, my SP is constantly texting me. I get messages from random friends. Yeah, I got that too. It's birds before land, and I don't really care about all of it. Yeah, and that's a bad sign. In my opinion, for myself, it was bad because it's like, yes, SP. Oh, and then I don't answer them because it's almost like a letdown. But everything should be true. Wow, they text me and SP. But you know what? Friends come first. And then I text my friends back. And if I have to fake enthusiasm, I fake it. And I'm done with that cigar because I don't want to burn my fingers. And when I get a coaching session, there's a lot of things I want to tell you based off what you've told us already. I won't forget when it's time. Awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. Tell me. And I know there's a lot of, I already feel like when me and you coach, it's going to go definitely way over an hour because you've been here since the beginning. Because if even, like, when I don't have a lot of clients booked, and it's someone who's been around for a while on the channel, we usually wind up, like, half of it's not even, it's like one of these lives that goes through just, you know, friendly chats and talking and bullshitting. And then obviously what we have to do, yeah, my mom is my way or the highway, and she always gets her way. Yeah, it's usually people like that. It's like that is the unrelenting belief that you are going to get what you want, and that's what we all need to have, and not in a narcissistic, bad, evil way or anything, but just like perhaps like your mom, where it's like, I will not take no for an answer, and I'm going to get whatever I want, and then you get it. And it's easier. I'm not saying all people who do it, because I'm trying to develop that thought process too. Like that one guy, he did not give a fuck. I guess you would call him a sociopath. He did not give a fuck who he hurt, what he did. He was going to get his way one way or another. And a lot of rich people are like that too, and they always get whatever they want. They get the girl, they get the money, they get whatever they want, because they do not take no for an answer, and they know exactly what they want. They know their worth, and they know they're going to get it. But not saying all people do it, because all of us should. We all should be entitled to that. But the way society conditions us, and the programming of, to borrow Tate's term, matrix. The matrix programs you to, I just need enough to get by and just survive and nothing else, and that's it. I'll be good if I just get this one thing, and what do I have to do to get it? Instead of just knowing that you're worth it and you're worthy. What are your thoughts on feeling your SP's emotions? Sometimes I get random emotions that I had before when we were separate. I've thought about that before because I've had it. Like, I'll be visualizing for my SP and stuff like that, and then I'm feeling good and everything, and then I'm picturing her, and then I start to picture her crying and missing me, and then shortly after, I would feel like tears well up in my eyes. I'm like, what? And I'm not sad. I don't feel sad, but it's like a physical reaction to it. It's not allergies or anything. It's like sad, like ready to cry, but I'm like, or sometimes even a lump in my throat, but like the body is reacting to it. And I think that has to do with everyone as you pushed out, and we're all interconnected. You're feeling the emotions of that person, even though you've assigned that meaning to it. I believe, I don't know, I can't confirm. I'm only saying, like I said, I will always only tell you what I've experienced. You're gonna be like, Aurora, stop, Aurora, I gotta go now. It's hard sometimes too, especially when you really get along with the person. That's why I always say, like, the coaching calls always go over an hour a little bit, because it's always awkward too, a little bit. Not awkward, but like, okay, you've never met the person before, but maybe you know only them from the chat. People who I've chatted with before when they bought the session, and lives like this, it won't be as awkward. But people, it's like they've been watching, but they don't comment, they don't say anything, and then you meet them, and it's like, I don't know what they know, I don't know how long they've been around, so feel them out, and also get to know who they are first, and all that. But I used to be very shy and introverted, so it's sometimes that will creep back up, but I overcome that because I know I'm here to help. The lurkers, yeah, because I mean that's probably how it would be too, because I've never commented on any posts or anything like that. I should have put hair gel on, but I didn't even shower after the gym. I know I'm just gonna get dirty at work anyway, so I'm gonna see how crazy my hair's gonna look when I go there. Yeah, it's gonna look like shit. What's up, H? True, you and I are probably gonna joke a lot. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, it's gonna look like shit when I go, but fuck them. I know it's gonna be a busy day, and my bosses are staying late with me. I'm just gonna manifest the lottery. I already have it. Watch me play it now when I leave here, and then do an emergency live. All right, guys, listen. Now that I've won, I'm just gonna travel, and we're gonna be doing sessions in different cities and meetups. Thank you, Aurora. You're too kind. It's gonna be a busy week next week, but we do not shy away from challenges. We embrace them. I am trying to manifest another thing too. It's a filmographer who was willing to work and operate this bad boy film camera, or my little camera. Come to the gym with me every night in the middle of the night and film my workouts and document my fitness journey and overcoming a chest tear and all of that. So if anyone here is in Chicago and wants to be a filmographer, let me know. I'll teach you everything and show you how to edit. Where do you want to travel? Well, with the house thing, it's going to be a little bit more tight because I'm pretty much going to wipe myself out, not going to lie. But that's where the money manifestation comes in. That will be the next trip I have planned will be in May. I'm going to Puerto Rico with SP, and then at some point this year, I think I'll have enough saved to go to Hawaii with my mom, brother, and SP. Now that my mom and SP have met and they get along. Balls to the wall manifestation when it comes to SP now. There you go, brother. That would be a perfect career for me. Which one would be a perfect career for you? Oh, winning the lottery? I spent one night watching me. He spent one night watching me wrap Christmas gifts. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I did a session with Ink where she wrapped Christmas gifts. I think I was wrapping gifts too at the same time. Part of me is just getting motivated to go. It's like I'd rather just sit here all day and just answer manifesting questions, tell stories. But part of it is also having to go out and then test it. Like another testing I'm doing now is I got feedback from the other guys on the job that the bosses were laughing and joking about not giving me day shift. So I make the best of what I have now. I don't have to go until 2 in the afternoon, which means I don't have to leave and get on the road until 1 p.m. Gives me time to film content for this channel, edit content for my fitness channel, stay up late filming in the gym when no one's there without a shirt on. Gives me time to just work on other stuff versus I'm not in the same shift as all my friends and family, but it gives me a little bit of an edge. So I take the positive out of it and then I focus on turning that around, like them respecting me a lot, which they have turned around a lot of respect for me now, at least to my face. So that's one of my next things, because I would like to report that changing in SP as in a boss, which I've done before, but it hasn't been a while. Oh, you said the photography. I forgot that I even said that. That would be a perfect career for me, photography and videography. Well, following you around. That would be. See, that's what I need. I need someone who does that. But if I remember, you do not live in Chicago, which sucks. Hey everyone, happy Good Friday for those of you adhering. Hey Kay, how you doing? I saw your comment. Yes, and I will put you. Well, I'll make sure it was you, because a couple people commented. I'm pretty sure you did as well. I'll put you down for when we do that group thing. New York City. Okay, I was thinking. I wanted to say either, I don't know why, either Florida or Atlanta. I was picturing South. But New York City, so almost everybody's New York City. Not almost everyone, but I have a lot of people in New York City. 3 people in Chicago. How do you affirm? Do you do the 10-minute technique or just say it once or twice? I do once or twice personally. Sometimes I'll do the affirmation tracks, but not really. I like Alpha Affirmations as a gym guy and stuff like that. If you find that page, Alpha Affirmations, I like them a lot. I'll put them on. The guy's got a deep, cool, booming voice that just says warrior and fitness and masculine things to impress your mind. But other than that, I'll say it as I do it. Usually I dream my affirmations. I'm at that point now where I start dreaming them, or I'll wake up and I say them right first thing in the morning or before bed. And I realized as a kid when, as a kid you learn about religion and stuff, so I would pray for all my family and friends and stuff like that at night, and I would just wish them well, and I was picturing them doing well. Like I would bring each one in a picture in my head, and I'm just remembering this now when I used to do this. And I should make a video on it. But I would picture them and them doing well and stuff like that, and they were always doing well. And then I feared when I stopped doing it. I noticed at one point in my childhood I stopped doing it. And then things in my family, like my grandma got sick shortly after that. And now it's like, obviously because I'm older now, 2 people are going to get sick and pass away. It's just the nature of life. But I noticed when I would do it, better things happen. So I always just try to put the best, visualize good things. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah, then you're in. Just send me an email too, so we'll talk about it over email. when I went to a group dinner last night and SP was there and I felt invisible because I was talking and giggling with my friend and serious with me. So I went to the gym today to get out my frustrations and I kind of feel better ish. Well, that's the thing too. Is going to the gym, it's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna boost your confidence, and then next time you go, you're gonna walk through there feeling like $1,000,000, and it's gonna be like, well, I don't know why you're not. Almost looking down like, man, you should be, because I've got so many better options, and it's almost like a way you're tricking your mind because you're showing yourself your value instead of looking for your value from somebody else, and I think that's what the gym gives you, and that's how I've always felt, is I feel better because I give myself the value and the validation that I would want from my SP. And there's even stuff like right now, like there's ways I thought my SP should have responded to certain things I said, but then the actions of still being with me and still hanging out and still doing holidays together and stuff like that show me that yeah, she wants to be with me, but also it could be that something's off that day, or there's you have to justify it too through, even if you're wrong, justify it with a reason that makes you feel better too. That's how you flip the story. But the gym definitely helps. And by the time you're in New York, you'll have someone else, but maybe I can knock them out of the box for sure. But I'm trying to look. You could be my New York photographer and videographer, but by the time, but I'm trying to look at this as an old story. And being a bridge. Yep, exactly perfect. You already know what you're doing. Use it as the bridge of events. I mean, look, if it wasn't for the whole negative thing that happened with me, my SP would have never met my parents. I mean, eventually, probably, but would have took a different bridge. But it took a nice, weird, unfolding bridge that uncovered from the last video of how my SP met my parents. So that was cool. Trying to see what time it is, because I think I'll start shutting down soon, and I just want to make sure everybody's good before this weekend starts. 12:30. All right, we got about 3 minutes left because I do have to get going. So we'll wait about 3 more minutes. If you guys have anything else to say, if you want to be part of the group coaching thing, send me an email. I kind of have an idea who it is. I think you and Lily is slowly growing with you. Her mindset seems behind yours, but it seems like she's slowly trying to break away from how she used to be. And thanks to you, really. Yeah, I think so too. It's like I said, compare yourself to where you were yesterday. If we were in no contact, now we're here, and now I'm doing Thanksgiving there. It's like things are slowly growing. Same as in the gym. You don't turn into a bodybuilder overnight, but you get your results quick. Slowly. If you could detach from the need of SP or whatever, just as technique and experiment, you'd see it quickly. Detachment is the hardest part. Yeah, because it's knowing that it's a detachment is more or less from what I've discovered. It's trusting that you already have it. I think I'm going to try the letter technique today. I do like the letter technique a lot. It feels like I need to do it. And if you feel like you need to do it, then that's inspired action, brother. Shut the window now. Hey, Christina, how you doing? It sucks because I'm just about to get off right now, too. I hope everything's good with you. I'm doing a quick Easter check-in since I won't be on tomorrow or Sunday, and Monday I've got some stuff for the house going on, getting a new house. Hopefully, manifesting it. I have an assumption that I put muscle naturally and easily, and it worked out. No, I agree with that too, because Arnold talked about visualizing for fitness and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I eat like a slob, but I'm still getting results, and I still have a six-pack forming more and more each day. It's okay. Glad to see you. I'm glad to see you too, Christina. Happy you could stop in. Hopefully this will. I'm gonna try to keep this up. It might take an hour or two to render, but you can see the first half hour is gonna be junk because I was sitting here trying to do the merch at the same time. All right, great stream. Glad I managed to catch it. Yeah, I'm glad you got to stop in too, brother. I'm glad everybody got to stop in. I'm taking this over here so we can close out nicely. Happy Easter to you guys who celebrate it. We're going to hit the ground running Monday. I'm going to drop a video. We're going to have everything in good condition. We're going to get ourselves together, and I can't wait to hear all your success stories. I have 4 success stories I need to craft out to sound the way that, not craft out, but like word them the right way so we know exactly what the people who got the success did, and stuff like that. Because I want to tell their stories correct, because I've been known to misquote some of the stories before too. Inked knows that. When I told her story, I literally had her on the live while I was recording the video so she could correct me as I went along. So I want to make it very professional. But anyway, happy Easter, guys. I love yous. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong. You got this.